Good to see you again. Christopher K. Wallace here with another edition of the ATM News for Men Who Think. Let's talk about a somewhat famous man who left us this past week. Judge Frank Caprio passed away. Pancreatic cancer. He was 88. And a lot of people will miss him. I know I will. Condolences to his fans, friends, and family. For those of you who knew him, I don't need to explain. For those who don't, Judge Frank Caprio ran a courtroom show. I think they called it Caught in Providence for a few years. I don't know if you know about Providence, Rhode Island, but I think it's called P-Town. It's pretty progressive, liberal, Democrat country. I'd like to compare Judge Frank's TV legacy by contrasting his approach with another TV courtroom personality, Judge Judy. You see, Frank wore the robes of justice with compassion. He was on TV only a few seasons, but his clips still make the rounds on social media. His courtroom wasn't fancy, no big production, just traffic tickets, parking fines, and late fees. But what he stood for was huge. He looked past the charge sheet and saw the person. The single mom trying to get by, the veteran who had hit a wall, the old guy trying to take his son to the medical appointment, the young man tripping over his first mistakes. He was even kind to kids, sometimes asking for their advice. Frank ensured dignity whenever it was in jeopardy. His judgments carried mercy. He blessed people. He encouraged them. He reminded us justice can be sympathetic and even funny. Now, let's be frank. Judge Judy, on the other hand, built a career in the opposite style. She was sharp, scornful, and ruled with ridicule. She called out nonsense with fury, and the audience cheered. Her show wasn't about truth so much, it was about humiliation. It was abuse of empathy and using emotion as a weapon. Frank and Judy showed us two different sides of Team Human. Frank shows masculine order. He was firm, but he was fair. He had authority without needing to belittle. His power was steady. He used it to lead. He used it to heal. That's real masculine leadership. Judy shows us what happens when feminine chaos rules and emotion displaces reason. It's fear over order, empathy curdled into contempt. It's entertainment built on shame. This is why we talk about Team Human. Life is always balanced between chaos and order. The feminine brings emotion, creativity, and language. The masculine brings strength, direction, and collaboration. When those forces are balanced, society thrives. When they're not, things distort. And right now, look around. Which side do you think prevails? Frank walked the higher road, calm, direct, even benevolent. He lifted people up instead of tearing them down. Judy's example shows what happens when ridicule becomes a culture. People tune in to watch others getting burned. That's the world we live in. Frank said his father taught him to put himself in the other person's shoes. So he accepted that passing of the torch, and he went on with it. And that's what he did. He was married to the same woman for over 60 years, 5 children, many, many grandchildren. And here's the call. Team Human males must choose which example to follow. Do we take Frank's path, a path where men bring order, mercy, and blessings? Or do we take Judy's path, where chaos wins and decorum and decency is lost? To me, the call is clear. We defend life. We deliver order. We decide to say no, kindly but firmly, when tyranny shows up, even the tyranny of feminine negative emotion. We are the ones who must hold the line for men, for women, for families, for our culture at large. Judge Frank is gone, and may he rest in peace, but let his legacy stay on. Team Human needs men like him, powerful, pro-social men, men who rise in similar spirit as powerful defenders of life. Can you do that? What if you could? Thanks for listening. Stay powerful, true, and free.